Hi, it's Anna with Create Your Future. Today we are going to talk about whether or not you have to believe your affirmations in order to manifest them. To be honest, I don't remember if I have made videos on this topic in the past, but I get asked about it constantly. So I am going to try to do my best to explain it to you as simply as I possibly can. Before we start though, I want to remind you that we are giving away 3 free sessions. And the way you enter the giveaway is by telling us in the comments something that you have already manifested using the principles that we teach at Create Your Future. If you would like to book a coaching session with me, you can do it from the link in the description box below. And if you would like to try my course, Self-Concept 360 Degrees to Manifest Anything, the link is also in the description box below. And if you know me, you know that I focus a lot on self-concept because self-concept is the foundation of anything that you manifest. We basically manifest through our self-concept, whether we like it or not. And self-concept is a lot more than people usually talk about. In this long 2 hours course, I include everything that has to do with self-concept, and I also explain it to you how you can use it in your specific manifestations. So it's both general and specific. So let's talk about whether or not you have to believe your affirmations or your story. It doesn't have to be just affirmations. The story that you are trying to manifest. Here's the thing. If you believed your new story, you would already have it because beliefs manifest on autopilot. So if you believed, say, your affirmations, you would already have your desire and you wouldn't be working on manifesting it. So therefore, no, you don't have to believe your affirmations in order to manifest them, at least in the beginning. And as always, let's go back to the basics because the basics of manifestation is really what you need, even if you're an advanced manifester. The way you manifest something is by impressing a thought, an idea, a story on your subconscious mind, and then it manifests. And let's go backwards. So what happens in the end of the process is that the story gets impressed right before that, like it gets impressed and you don't do anything else, then it manifests. When the story is impressed on your subconscious mind, it means that you have changed your state. You have gone from the current state, which is not lack, not having whatever it is you're manifesting, to having it. So you get to a point where you not only believe your affirmations or your story, but you know it's yours. Because if you're in the state of the wish fulfilled, meaning that in your mind you already have it, for me, it's not believing that you have it, you just know it's yours. You know it. So it's a stronger feeling than believing it. But before that can happen, you have to go through the process. Yes, fleeting thoughts manifest. Yes, you can manifest very quickly from one day to another, but it requires that you don't have an opposite story happening in your mind more than the story that you're trying to manifest. In most cases, we do have an opposing story that we keep repeating in our mind. And that is mostly because we are so used to it, it happens automatically. And that is why we keep repeating affirmations so that we keep changing it until the new story becomes dominant. So for me, the reason that you don't believe your affirmations in the beginning is because that story is so new and unfamiliar to you that it seems far away. It seems that to me personally, a lot of times it seems like it's not about me. It's it's like someone else's story. And if that happens, here's what you can do. Ask yourself, this formulation of this phrase, is this the result that I want? If not, change the words, change the formulation, change the phrase slash affirmation. Find one that is exactly what you want. And if you get to a point where you have your affirmation or affirmations, it depends what you are manifesting. And also it depends on your limiting beliefs of your current story, if you're of your old story. It's like all the things that you need to change, you want to change, the what you want or don't want to include in your new story. Anyway, you get to a point where you have your end goal, and that is exactly what you want, but it doesn't resonate. It's okay. As you repeat your new story, the more you repeat it, the more familiar your mind becomes with it. The more it becomes normal for you to think that affirmation or affirm that affirmation. And at some point, the part of why you don't believe your affirmations is resistance, because you affirm something and then it looks like it can never happen because of a lot of evidence that you already have. But that evidence against your new story is the story that you have been repeating over and over. So as you just need to do that just with your new story. As you repeat your new story over and over, you become familiar with it, and all of a sudden it starts feeling normal because you have repeated it so much that you kind of know it. It becomes yours. And when it becomes yours, it starts feeling like maybe it could happen. Who knows? And again, you continue with this repetition. Manifestation is a work of repetition of the method that you choose, actually, because whether you do affirmations or visualization or inner conversation, it's through repetition that you impress your subconscious mind. And it's also through repetition that it starts feeling real. And again, people ask about it. Do I have to feel it? I don't feel my affirmations. No, of course you don't in the beginning. It's normal. But the more you repeat it, the more it becomes your story. It becomes your story on the inside. And when that happens, it means you have changed your state. And unless you change your state, your inner state of being, it can't change on the outside. So don't go running to check the 3D if anything happened because you have been affirming for 5 minutes. If your state is still the old you who doesn't have the desire, then the 3D can't change. The 3D is just mirroring what you have inside. So, therefore, in the beginning, no, you don't believe your affirmations. You don't have to. You don't even have to question whether or not you believe your affirmations because it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You just have to decide what you want and start living that story on the inside until it becomes yours, until it starts feeling like it could happen. After that, it feels like, yeah, it can definitely happen. And then the more you experience it on the inside, the more you keep changing your state. And at some point, you will remain in that state because you have repeated that state more than the old one. And when you change your state and you remain there, and also if you have been repeating it for some time or repeating it a lot, it becomes easy to be in that state. It becomes easy to think these thoughts. It becomes easy to feel it. It becomes easy to feel like it's yours, to know that it's yours. And once you get there, done. But know that it is different for everyone how long it takes. Again, it depends on the on your current story, current beliefs. It depends on the opposite story that you keep repeating. It depends on your limiting beliefs. It depends on how much you focus on it. It depends on you, on a lot of things about you. And also, to be honest, I can tell you from experience that even for one person, every manifestation is different. For the same reasons, we have different limiting beliefs about different situations. We have different opposite stories about different situations. We desire things differently, so we focus on them differently. It depends on so many things. Some manifestations may come in similar ways for you, but usually the things that I have manifested, I have used different methods. I have used stuff only by affirming, only by visualizing, by doing both, by scripting. I have had manifestations happen in half an hour. I have had manifestations happen in 3 days. I have had manifestations where I had to repeat affirmations for months. And also, this is not the main topic of this video, but I want to mention it to you because I know a lot of people are worrying about the 3D. I have had manifestations where I kept repeating my affirmations for months and nothing was happening. Or it looked like nothing was happening. All of a sudden, a small thing started to move and boom, all of a sudden, everything came all at once. And there I found out that a lot of things were happening in the background. So if it looks like it stands still, it's not. And if you're in this state and you're questioning, again, the belief, I would say don't even go there. It doesn't even matter whether or not you believe it. It is about focusing on it. The more you repeat the story, the easier it becomes to repeat that story. First of all, the easier it becomes for you to get in that state, and the more you push it out. So it's basically about you and about you focusing on the right story, about the one that you actually want to manifest. If you don't believe your affirmations, it's not a problem. You will. You will get to a point where you know it happens. But to be honest, I have manifested some things so quickly that I didn't even realize whether or not I came to believe before it manifested. Like, I don't remember because it happened so quickly because I was repeating the affirmation so much that after a few days, it started moving and I didn't believe it at all before I started manifesting it, because I knew I just had to repeat the new story more than I was repeating the old story. So that I just decided and started working on it. And I don't think I made in time to actually come to believe it before it happened. So again, it can happen like this, or it can happen in a way that you get yourself into the state of already having it, and it's just a matter of time before it shows up in your 3D. So believing or not believing your affirmations or your story is not an indication of whether or not you can have your manifestation. You definitely can. And before I end the video, I also want to mention that it doesn't matter what you're manifesting. It doesn't matter whether you're manifesting a relationship or an object or money or health, um, physical change, anything. It doesn't matter what the subject is. The process is the same. What changes is the words, the visuals, the inner conversations, but the method is always the same. So if you're manifesting a specific person, this video is for you. If you're manifesting a car, this video is for you, because again, your mind works the same for anything big or small that you are manifesting. So that was all. I really hope this was helpful. And again, as a reminder, remember to enter the giveaway. And if you would like to book a coaching session with me or try out my course, Self-Concept 360 Degrees to Manifest Anything, the links are in the description box below. And have a beautiful day.